Okay, this is gonna be well, I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but I did some automatic writing over this morning. Um, this is going to, well, I don't know if it's gonna be a channeling, just me going over what I got when I was doing some automatic writing on Cameron Boyce, who was a young actor who passed away yesterday. Um, and I think I might pull out some cards, but I don't know if I'm going to do it all in one video. I'm going to try to do this relatively quick because I never know with all the energy that I have around me whether I'm going to get cut off or not. So I'm not doing this intentionally. I know that there are some times when, like people like me, usually when people pass away or there's like celebrities who die, a lot of people will jump on it and try to pull on that person, tug on that person's energy and get a reading out. But the way I do it is different. I don't do anything unless people, well, I don't know if I can really say that, but I'm not doing this purposely. I don't do anything purposely, but it wasn't my idea, I'll say that. So I'm being, I was, yeah, I'm being told to channel him. So, and I got that yesterday, very like, I'm not sure, like I don't know, I think it was fairly early, like after he had passed, and I thought to myself, well, it was very, very strong, the signals, like, go ahead and do it, it's okay, channel me, it's okay, I need you to, there's something that needs to come out. And I think there's something that needs to come out with automatic writing, which this is not really telling of the entire messages, so I'm not really giving anything away. I mean, all this is here is, key phrases, one or two words together, but they, um, they brand, it's like a kickstart or it branches off into something else. So it's not a dead giveaway. I'm not giving anything away by showing you this, but um, I felt safe enough to do this, and some people are interested in automatic writing, so this is sort of how it works. So what I do is I just go with the key phrases that I hear or what I see, and then a whole message most of the time will come out of that phrase or sentence or whatever. So I didn't know that I was doing the right thing, if it was respectful, because it's so soon. I don't even think it's been a whole 24 hours yet, or has it been? I'm not sure. But I kept getting the calls for it, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll come back to it in a little while, maybe. I just seen the numbers 333. And then finally this morning, it was like, okay, you need to do this. Go ahead and do it, because I was trying to rest for a while, like in the wee hours of this morning, and I had gotten from spirit that it was okay to lay down and take small breaks, because I myself was nursing migraine symptoms, and I did read that he passed away, well, that he was suffering with a seizure disorder, like maybe epilepsy or something. I didn't see anything that was like officially released by the family stating what his medical condition was, so I think it would be disrespectful for me to put my own spin on it. But what I picked up when I was feeling his energy and what he was communicating to me was that it was very much a natural death cause, like it wasn't induced by anything, that it was just something that he had been diagnosed with, a medical disorder in the brain. So I don't even know if that sounded right. I'm intelligent, I'm educated, but when I do stuff like this, like this, like spirituality has totally stripped me of any kind of intelligence that I have, because you're not really supposed to be rational when doing stuff like this. It's more like just say it when it comes out, because I do it an injustice by trying to make it sound presentable. And I struggle with that because I'm used to speaking very intelligently. So, but it was pressing, like in a positive way, just go ahead and do it. It's okay. It's positive. Go ahead and do it. Channel me. So, okay. So, and I can feel a presence on my right shoulder, rubbing me on my right shoulder. Very, very sweet and innocent and like fun. I was getting, but so and I this is going to resonate too with, there's all types of people that'll be looking at this eventually. And okay, so let me just go over here what I have. And not all of it is going to speak right now. At some point in time it will, but some of these phrases that I have down here will resonate with somebody named Joe. Okay? And you could be somebody named Joe who is you suffered with a brain injury, a traumatic brain injury. There might have been like migraines or something, a brain tumor. This is going to be a message that resonates with you. Maybe not all of it. Maybe just one of these things that you see written here, or you'll see this number and say, "Hey, I just like there's a license plate, or there's a receipt or something when you're shopping today, or this number is significant. This might be an angel number." You'll know. You'll know. So follow your health. If there is ongoing like brain, like a brain injury or like an aneurysm or something you've been nursing with or without medication, if you had an operation, you might be in need of an operation. Somebody might need to get pictures done. Okay, I'm hearing the word lymph nodes. Those don't occur in the brain. That might be separate, but it's like following your health, because water water is the basis with everything. We don't get away from that. Even if we don't drink it straight up, we take it in other ways, because we bathe, we cook, and just water. Unless you're doing every single thing with bottled water, which we don't always do that. If we're cooking, we just go to the sink. If you need a cup or two of water to boil something. I suppose if you're boiling something, then you're boiling all the everything boiling the water to a level that's safe for cooking. But still, I'm getting messages about water. And it's not doing you any favors if you're nursing some sort of a brain. Your cognitive, I got the word behavior. So as much as you can to drink bottled. All right, so I don't want to. Okay, so let me just go over the water messages, because I might have to do this in segments. Because I was reading his bio on Wikipedia, which is a quick go-to what I use if I need to do like a quick, I look at somebody really quick, because I didn't really know a lot about him. And I seen that he was involved in a charity project, or I think it was called the Thirst Project. And I got a message about that too, when it comes to like donating and being charitable and stuff. Especially for people that have been hit with it's like a crisis or a natural disaster. Their water's been affected. There's a shortage, where there's no clean drinking water in certain countries. Donating water is attached to your life purpose, making it possible for people to drink clean. So I did get from him that it was like, go into the communities on foot And what I heard from him was that it costs lots of money, too much money, for lots of these powerful charities to bring water to people. It's ridiculous, like the amount of money it costs, millions and millions of dollars, to bring clean water into people, and it's not even enough at that point. Now, it wasn't like I didn't get that feeling like it was bashing. I'm just saying that this was a more real for somebody, not everybody, because we need all types of charity. But for somebody or multiple people, it's going to be it's so much easier to go into the communities that have been affected by some sort of a water crisis on foot. And like $50, I heard this loud and clear, like $50 per family. Um, $50 in water supplies. If you gave each family like $50 worth of like bottled water, whenever you went in, that you would be supplying them with a lot more than you would be for, I don't know, like a week or 3 days, if it was like a charity, compared to a charity that, it takes us 11, 12, $13 million just to get, and there's always a shortage. There's never enough. 11. So somebody needs to go into Flint, Michigan, and do this too. He really was. That was so important to him that he wanted somebody to go into the communities of Flint, Michigan, or that he was hoping that he would. Okay, the politicians, the candidates running in the presidential race, he wants to, he hopes that you guys will incorporate, like, remember the people of Flint, Michigan. Going into the communities on foot, $50 per family. It's simple. So how many families could you help with? Just a few $100. That's a lot of water. It's been going on too long. You could break a cycle by doing this. Okay, but that's just one. That's just one cycle. And it's not even coming through that loud that you're going to break any kind of like cycles with helping people through charity, because that's not a cycle that can be broken totally. The water shortage or clean water or access to it, because there's enough clean water to go around. It's just it's access to it, and people having to pay for it, and not being able to deliver clean water through pipe systems and things of that nature, sewage and things like that. So, but there is enough water to go around. But you're not going to break any cycles doing that. But there is something about a cycle, so it could be different. It's different for everybody. I think I'm going to leave it there because it's already like 13 minutes, and I'll come back. But if you are suffering with like a traumatic brain injury, TBI, an aneurysm or something like that, water is so essential to your health. 1333. The ocean for your migraines. Like, if you don't want to take medication at this point in your life because you're older, and that or your belief is, if you're taking medication and you're like under a doctor's care, don't stop taking your migraine meds. But if you're not being treated for anything, or you are, and you're thinking about talking to your doctor about maybe going natural or just continuing your medication, because that medication now has adverse side effects too, that the natural way to go would be to move closer to the water. And if you can't move, which that's not possible for all of us, to get like oceanfront property, to take trips to the water as much as you can and connect with it, because there's something that's healing about like the salt in the air, and like breathing in stuff that's good and natural. So, all right, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to come back.